let's look ahead here to game week 193 we're at. Wow, okay. So actually we're going to back up slightly, have a look at, there's not a lot to take from 191, which was kind of nearly a week ago now. I put in the winning points and stuff, but there were just so few games, and we're going to see that again during this upcoming midweek. It's hard to really gain any kind of insight, but I've plugged in these numbers here for this weekend's games, 192, which technically haven't ended yet. There might be one match still going on, but I mean, these are going to be pretty close. I'll update them when it's final, but I think what we see here, the big takeaway, obviously we have a ton of games being played this weekend. We're getting now to what you can probably expect, which means to win a card in any of these, you need somewhere around 300 points and maybe more, 300 to 330, things like that. And to get into that tier 2 card or potentially div 3, which is a tier 2 card, you're basically needing like 350, 360, 370, things like that. So, you can kind of just think in your head, roughly speaking, if it's a full game week, you need 300 to win a card, and you need 350 to win a tier 2 card. So that's what I think we're in for the next several months, just as all the leagues get back. And this one, sometimes special weeklies, you're going to find some value here because there's just some interesting mini tournaments that they put together. This one was the Eredivisie guys that finished that scored under 40 as their 5-game average. I ended up finishing like 90 something, 93rd or something. So I'm going to get a card, probably not a great one, but I'll take it, I suppose. I was hoping for a little better. Anyways, moving ahead. So yeah, this is a weird game week. These are the number of teams playing in. It's definitely stacked toward the Americas. I took a rough guess. I really wish Sorare was able to give more accurate numbers of the teams playing, and they came out with this spreadsheet, and then they had to correct a bunch of it, and then you look on the you look here, and there's one of my guys, I guess, and you see you're sort of counting the games and things like that, and it's also hard because some players have moved on to clubs that are not technically carried by Sorare, but their points still count and things like that. So this is like a bit of a rough eyeball for me. I believe the only champion Europe club is Roma. So as you can see, the payout's not very high. But if you have some Roma players, go for it. Challenger Europe looks like the one that has kind of the best odd, and definitely looks like not a ton of people entering right now. So if you have some sides there, I'd say go for it. I think this one, with that many teams playing, it's going to be up in the 300s. It's going to be very, very competitive, maybe 330, 320. If you look at how Americas has done, like this past weekend, like 330, 360, I think we'll see something close to that again. Special Weekly, in a way, is kind of not a throwaway, but like it's South American players. So if you have a strong side in this Champion Americas, you might go into one of these. But I think if you only have one or two, like I think I have 2 cards that would play through this. I'm not going to bother because I just think that given how many clubs are playing in Champion Americas, there'll be a ton of these people. They would have almost full lineups or close to it that they're competing into this. So I think this will actually be a much higher scoring one than, say, this past week where like 180, 220 and stuff got you cards. So that's about it. Global All-Star really small. So, maybe it's just an Ethereum play this midweek. And then looking ahead just for the weekend, the Special Weekly is the Serie A. So definitely maybe build towards that, make some roster moves or something, because that could be kind of a fun one, and the payout might be good. And then soon we're only like a week or something away from seeing how the limited cards could play out in tournaments, and just what that's going to look like, what the payout structure, and of course I'll adapt this and expand it to include those once we get there. So I'm sure you know all about the limited cards. I did a bit of a quick analysis a few hours into the launch of it. Go check that video out if you're interested, and I'll certainly be doing more on the whole limited side of things. So there you go. Good luck. The game week starts in only a couple hours, so this is a bit of a late one, but I hope you got something from it. Okay, later.